Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a review over the Maybelline City Lights by Shayla Mini Palette. And this is the look that I created with it. And if you'd like to see how I achieved this look, just keep watching. Let me rewind, hold on. Okay, so I went to TJ Maxx last week and I found the Becca Volcano Goddess palette, which is a high-end palette, and I was able to purchase it for $18 at TJ Maxx, which is truly a steal. I think it's normally like $34, $35. Depending on where you go, it could be a $40 palette. So I got it for $18 and I tried it out. I will do a video on it, but my first impressions were, okay. You know, I haven't tried more than one look, so we'll see. So I tried out the City Mini Lights palette, and at first glance, when I purchased the palette, it was speaking to me. I did not see in any way, shape, or form that it looked like the Volcano Goddess palette until I actually took it home and started playing with it, and I created this look, which is like a rose gold look, basically. I've got a little bit of a pinky, reddish tones back here, and then I've got my gold up here. And I realized that many of the colors that I used are pretty similar to the Volcano Goddess. So today this is the City Lights look, and then tomorrow I think I'm going to try a look similar to this with the Volcano Goddess and see which one is better, if they are, you know, it's indecipherable to see which one is which. Because honestly, I think that the quality is very, very similar. But we'll see it. We'll see it side by side. Maybe I'll just do a side by side. Maybe I'll do one side of my face doing the Becca side and one side doing the City Light side and see where we get. But as for today's video, this is strictly on City Lights. If you want to see how I achieved this look, just keep watching. Okay, I've already used the bone shade and the tan shade to go into my crease and give me kind of a base and a platform for my shadow look today. Now I'm going in with the darkest charcoal gray color to go in the outer corner of my eyelid and in the outer corner of my crease to give my eye some kind of depth and dimension. So I start by patting it on and then slowly start blending it in fully throughout the crease. Next, I'm dipping into that bone color and going right underneath my eyebrow, right on top of the brow bone. This is going to highlight my eye and lift the eye, making me look a little bit more awake. Moving on to the lid, I'm going to dip into this gold shimmery color for the eyelid, and I'm taking a little small defining brush from Morphe, and I'm spritzing it with some setting spray to wetten it. That way I can get the most vibrant color whenever I go into that palette with a wet brush. And then I'm applying that gold all over my eyelid. You also may have noticed the powder underneath my eyes. I actually just took a translucent powder and set it all up underneath my eyes just in case that there was any fallout with this palette. Any of the fallout will trickle down onto the powder and make it easy for me to wipe off since I have already done my face makeup. Next, because I have just covered up all of the dark shadows in the outer corner with all of my shimmer color, I'm going to dip into this burgundy color and try to give myself a little bit more depth and dimension by adding some more shade in the outer corner of my eye. And then I'm going to take a clean, fluffy blending brush and blend that all out so it looks flawless. Moving on to the lower lash line, I'm going to grab this defining brush by Morphe, and I'm going to actually mix it in between this brownish rust color and that charcoal gray color. And I'm going to try to smoke out the bottom lash line by applying that right underneath my lower lashes. I haven't applied any eyeliner at this point, so after I do this, it's actually going to look like I have eyeliner on, but a little bit more blended out, and it is just by using the darkest shades in this palette. Now that I'm done with my eyes, I'm going to take a fluffy blending brush and get all of that excess powder, translucent powder that I have under my eyes off of my face. Because you still see quite a bit of highlight there, I'm taking my Wet n Wild finishing spray, my setting spray, and a damp beauty blender, just giving some more moisture to my face and blending that out. At this point, I just don't think that I have quite enough color in my eyes, so I'm gonna, again, take a wettened brush and put a little bit more of that burgundy color in the outer corner. I don't have to worry about fallout there since it is a damp brush. And then I'm grabbing my Bobbi Brown liquid eyeliner in the color Carbon Black, and I'm just outlining the tops of my eyes very close to my lash line. For my lower lash line, I am going to actually use this purple amethysty type color for an eyeliner. It's by Maybelline, and it is a waterproof eyeliner, which I prefer. That way, as I sweat or just have your natural oils go on throughout the day, you don't have any of your eyeliner smudging in the corners. And then I'm going to actually use a black gel liner to define my brows and darken them up a bit. If you feel like your brows aren't perfect, don't worry. You can grab your concealer and a small concealer brush, and you can just dip your concealer brush into that concealer and carve out your brows exactly how you want them to be and how you want them to look. I start by blending that out with the brush itself, and any remaining residual concealer that I feel like is still too visible, I will just take a damp beauty blender and blend that out further. I really love my eyes to sparkle, so I really prefer a shimmer, a small shimmery line underneath my eyebrow on my brow bone where I formerly put that bone color. So I'm going to just grab my Maybelline highlighting kit and get the lightest color from that highlighting kit and highlight both my brow bone and the inner corners of my eye just for that little something extra. For mascara today, on my lower lash line, I'm going to be using my Tracy Volumizing Mascara because the spoolie that it comes with is so micro mini. It works really well for those lower lashes that are hard to get. For my upper lashes, I'm going to be using my Clinique Volumizing Mascara. You know the drill. Curl your lashes, put on your mascara because you know I'm going to be wearing a pair of falsies. And when I do put on those lashes, putting the mascara and already having your curled lashes on prior to that just helps your lashes adhere with the falsies and makes them look that much more natural. Much like I did with my eyebrows, I feel like I could clean up a little bit underneath my lower lash line where I did apply that shadow. So I'm going to go ahead and take my concealer back on a small concealer brush and clean up exactly where I want that shadow to stop. And I'm also going to carve out a line from the corner of my eye to the edge of my eyebrow so it'll make a nice sharp line where my shadow begins and ends. I did not use tape and haven't been using tape recently because I know I can go back with concealer and do this and make your eyeshadow look sharp and clean cut. And I just blend that concealer out that I do not want visible with my damp beauty blender, and it's just an awesome trick. I'm going to quickly set underneath my eyes where I just applied that concealer with my Clinique Double Press Super Powder in the shade Matte Honey. And then I'm going to grab one of my liquid Stila eyeshadows for a little bit of extra sparkle in the inner corner. I believe this one is in the shade Sunset Cove. I don't think the highlighter gave me just enough sparkle that I wanted, so I'm just going to clean that up a little bit. Today I'm going to be lining my lips with my Buxom lip liner, and I'm going for a little bit more bold and vampy look today, and I'm going to be putting on my Profusion liquid lipstick. It's a matte lipstick when it dries in the color Fantasy, and it also comes with this glossy top coat, and I'd like to put that on top for additional moisture because it is so intensely matte. And don't you just love that iMovie magic? Voila, my lashes are on, and I am just going to reapply some of that Bobbi Brown liquid eyeliner over my lash line. And this is the final look. Now it's just time for the icing on the cake, blush and highlighter. I'm going with my Urban Decay blush in the color Fetish. And then I'm going to actually moisten my brush today for my highlighter from my Maybelline highlighting palette, and then have that right on top of my cheekbones. Give me a little something extra. In the middle of my forehead, down my nose, and my Cupid's bow. I'm gonna add a little bit of color and bronze my face today using my Paris Hilton bronzing kit, just at the tops of my forehead, on my cheekbones, and underneath my jawline. Now that I'm finished, I've got to lock everything in place using my Wet n Wild setting spray. I spray that all over and blot it with my wet beauty blender, like always. And that is the finished look using the Maybelline City Mini by Shayla. Bye! So that was it, everybody. I really, truly hope that you like this video. If you want to see more of me, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and ring the little bell so you don't miss any new notifications whenever I post a new video.